So female writer awarded prestigious literary prize turns out to be 3 men.
That's the classic fucking when you can't get in an R-rated movie and 3 boys go on each other's shoulders with the trench coat. You go, wait, are you fucking one woman? And you go, no, yes, we're one woman. And
Yeah, they have the wig on the top.
The wig on the top
rung.
The top rung, and then they're just all on each other's shoulders sneaking in.
That's amazing. They came out to get their prize and they decided to do a reveal of who they actually were.
Yeah.
Because they've been writing as this woman because obviously like women sell scripts a little better right now.
There's a little more demand for them.
A little more demand for them. I like the idea of as soon as they announce, they go, and the winner of this award, prestigious feminism award. And then they come out and they go, Joe Smith. And then they come out, they go, you just hear,
Yeah.
burr, 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 burr. And they come out doing the Ric Flair arms. They go, I just want to say the dudes fucking rock.
Yeah, this one's for the boys. Fucking all just like crush beers on their head. Stone Cold style.
Yeah. They come out as they're walking on stage. They crush beers on their head. You were saying it's sort of like...
Give the stunner to the fucking like host or whatever. Stone Cold Stunner, the presenter.
They do the stunner to the runner-up girl.
I think that the thing too is, they straight up did the reveal. They go, and the winner is, and they said the name, and then the 3 of them like all look at each other and go, let's do this. And they all walk
Let's
out.
fucking do this.
Like, who are these fucking goofs? What are you guys doing? There's a woman won this award, people. Not so fast.
I guess the feminism take, it does take 3 men to write as good as one woman.
Absolutely it does. By the way, this is exactly what Jamie Foxx did. This is Jamie Foxx's big story. Is Jamie Foxx's name is not Jamie Foxx. It's like whatever, some name.
Right, yeah.
And then he couldn't get spots on an open mic at their like showcase at some comedy club. And so he goes, I'm going to change.
Because women could get up.
Because women were getting more off. And he just like could not get on. He's like, I'd call in every week. I couldn't get on. And then he goes, she's like, you know what? I'm going to change my name to like something where you think it might be a woman. And so he changed his name to Jamie Foxx. And he's like, instantly I'm getting spots.
So funny.
Yeah. So
they said, we didn't hide behind a woman. This is afterwards when they're getting asked about it, doing the press tour on the 3 boys. We didn't hide behind the name. Marcero said, I don't know if a female pseudonym would have sold more than a male one. I don't have the faintest idea, but I doubt it. So he's saying that, we just decided to do it because we just wanted to pick a pseudonym. We picked a girl. It's like, are you asking me whether a girl might sell better? I'm not sure. I mean, we did get a ton of press from all the feminist magazines. You know what? I personally doubt it. He's not sure if the girl situation helped him at all.
Does that help? I mean, it definitely helped in the sense that they go like, hey, we want to pitch this manuscript. And they're like, yeah, we're not taking manuscripts from men right now. So,
well, I've been in these conversations.
Of course.
I've been in these conversations many, many times where, I was in the thing and we had a digital series that was doing really well, or we had a script that they were really interested in. They were kind of like, listen, I'm going to cut. We can all just cut the shit here. We're not making something with a white dude.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know how different ways we could tell you this, but we have 2 spots for white guys and they're filled with 80-year-olds who've been here for the history of time.
Yeah. My favorite thing too is when you call them out for that and they go like, whoa, whoa, whoa. They're like, that's not what's going on. Like publicly, they would never be like,
no, of course
not. And you're like, all right.
Sure. No, you have to pretend. But you were
pretending.
Well, they cast writers' rooms, right? Like they do. They're, this thing never ends, right? So they started casting writers' rooms the same way they cast a set, where they're like, yeah, we need the certain amount of skin colors in a writing room. But what you really get, which is always the funniest part, because they're like, yeah, we need all different like diversity in the writing room. Is like, yeah, we need people of all different colors that went to like college at fucking Harvard for writing,
yes,
or whatever, right? Like we need like drama kids of all races. It's like you never find like it's never. They go, we actually need more diversity, so we'll get like a black guy that was like the black comic that like went to prison.
Yeah. They go, yeah. No. Never that.
That never seems to be the kind of diversity they talk about.
No.
They never get like a fucking devout Muslim guy that thinks women should be in the kitchen.
Black Trump supporter.
No, that doesn't seem to be.
Or like the black comic who's like actually wears the fucking Confederate flag. He goes, but he kills. And you go,
but even I don't even have to say, I'm not even going as far as to say that it's not always political diversity or whatever. It's straight up is even the diversity they're talking about, where they're like different perspectives, not even just right or left. It's all people that kind of were into like improv or whatever. It's never when they get it's
Yeah, they don't want some fucking cool dude coming in and being like, "Oh, you guys are improvs? You guys are fucking faggots."
no, and
like,
it's never like a guy that was on the football team. You know what I mean? It's just a bunch of the exact same.
I mean, literally Shane, guy on the football team.
Right, exactly.
Go,
It's
yeah,
never no, it's never the exact. It's never a different person that happens to have a different color of skin. It's the full package with the skin color, right?
Yeah.
Accidentally 3 boys. Well,
Accidentally 3 boys.
you were sort of saying, which is making me laugh, that it's like the Blacklist.
The Blacklist, yeah. Have you ever seen the movie Trumbo?
Yeah, I did.
It's a sick movie.
Great
If
movie.
you haven't seen it, I honestly, that was one of the movies I go. That
Writes
was
all the scripts in the
amazing
bathtub.
movie, yeah, in the bathtub, and he's like just cranking out bangers one after another. But it was like in the McCarthyism or whatever, and then they blacklisted all the communists. And then all the communist writers had to, like, they couldn't work in Hollywood. And they had to work under like pseudonyms and stuff. It's basically this.
How many girls, when they watched that movie Trumbo, where the guy wrote in the bathroom or in the bathtub, were just like, "You're telling me that I could do my work?" So you're taking self-care to a new level. Where you go, wait a second. So having a bath is legitimately the path to.
And then you see them 3 years later, they're the pruniest people you've ever seen in their lives with about 1 page written. You go, "What have you been doing?" And they go, "Just too much self-care, not enough writing."
Yeah. The girls watch that and they go, "You're telling me the path to being a famous writer is more baths?"
More bath bombs?
I just had like the bath supply store, Bed Bath and Beyond. You go, I'm just looking for some work supplies.
It'd be like the first scene too. They'd be like, just like fucking over it, just like can't figure it out. And they're like, interior bathtub. Like they're just, it just like starts all bathtub related. Interior bathroom,
Bathtub, day.
night, day.
It's sort of, this is one of those things that sort of dispels the question that everyone always talks about, lived experience. Because the truth is, I mean.
Well, I don't know if so the thing takes place in the 1830s or some shit.
Okay.
So it's like, yeah. But
Well, I mean, that's a perfect example of if
But
you
some of the
couldn't-
characters are
if you
women.
can't write the like someone else's perspective. I mean, you gotta have knowledge. Like again, you can't be like, "I'll write a Muslim family, but I don't know any."
yeah, and I don't want to do any research on it. Like,
But I mean, if you're good at writing, I mean, the same reason some people are good at impressions, where you kind of see someone, you could like mimic the things they do, the way they move their hands, the way they think about, you know what I mean? It's the same reason. Like I can't do that, but I think I can do that with character, where I can sort of meet someone for like a short period of time, and if I know decently about like their background, in the sense that I don't need to, like let's say I somewhat understand their culture. Like we talk about improv guys, like I kind of understand how those people work.
Yeah,
enough.
absolutely.
You can definitely like write other people, obviously.
Also, the other,
that's what makes a good writer.
the other
right?
side of that coin is you go, okay, so like, the whole like, oh, white people can only write white. So then it's like, what? So every person who's not white, they're not allowed to write white people either?
No,
like,
it only
like
works.
they have to stay in
Yeah,
their
it's-
lane, and then
that-
you're like, every fucking book is just a monocult. Like, there's no
No, I
diversity
know.
in anything.
Well, they sort of say these things to get the desired outcome, and they don't really have to. The implications of it don't really have to uphold.
No,
You know what I mean?
Not for them. They go, oh no, we can. They're like, we've been living in a white supremacist country forever. Obviously, we can do it.
Right, exactly. I guess
Yeah.
that's what it is, right? So they said, but you know what the thing, and this goes back to the Robin DiAngelo thing, is people like that. A lot of the people that are sort of pushing this stuff, like let's say a white university professor, let's say white people in entertainment that are just surrounded by white people, they probably are like, well, we can't write those people properly. And you're kind of like, yeah, maybe you can't. Like Robin DiAngelo, she's like, we as white people can't understand black people. He's like, you probably actually don't.
Yeah, probably don't. Yeah, you probably
You know what I
don't.
mean?
It probably would come off as pretty racist if you did it. And
Yeah, it's like a super simp like incel being like, men can never get in the heads of women, and you're just like, I guess you're having trouble with it. I seem to be able to get in there pretty quickly and fucking play them like a fucking fit dunk.
crowbar away.
But so they said August Martinez, George Diaz, and Antonio. Marcia, these guys are probably pussy crushers too,
Oh,
with
in
names
Spain?
like that.
In Spain?
You don't have a name like Antonio Marsario without fucking laying pipe.
Pipe layer.
So they revealed their identity while receiving the 2021 Planeta Award and a check of $1 million. And apparently what they actually did was they came out and they said, just want to say that we're going to be spending all this money at the fucking Rippers tonight.
It'd be funny if they come and they get the check for $1 million. Go, Pretty funny, huh? If you bitches got this, it'd only be 700,000. Just drop the mic and walk out.
He goes, prior to writing, the three guys published their novels and they worked under their real names. And then Mola was also described as a 40-something mother of three children who worked as a professor while writing crime thrillers in her spare time. The perfect.
You know what's the best about this too is that now, like, because obviously it's like a bit of an embarrassment, I think, or some people would be like, it's not okay. That part of like an editor's job is going to be like being a private detective. Like you have to do all this fucking work now.
Totally.
You know, you can't just be like, you got, I mean, again, but so what, they never met? Like the editor, like they just, a manuscript.
They maybe talk to the agents.
Yeah, they go talk to the agents.
It's very possible, right? I've had deals where I wasn't like involved in it.
Yeah, you never met them. Yeah.
Yeah. But they went, it's fucking amazing. And they went full out, right? They go, so it's the story that everyone would love.
Do you think there was a Mrs. Doubtfire component?
I was actually.
Where they go, oh, they have to meet you. And he goes, oh, what? Are you serious? I go, yeah, they're not giving us the fucking go ahead until they meet you. I know this whole thing's done. You go, hello. Oh, sure. Yeah, literally, the three of them are like, it's like honestly a comedy. Three of them, okay, which one of us is going? And they go, no, you look like the most women. They go, no, you look more like a woman. You're fucking going.
I love that they have the whole thing. Doubtfire.
Yeah, Doubtfire. Hello!
I'm here for the manuscript. Why do you guys have English accents? I don't know.
Oh, hello.
It's the Mr. Burns when they go, when they're trying to be, Homer's trying to be Mr. Burns, and he goes, hi, I'm here to pick up something. Name, please, Mr. Burns. And they go, what's your first name, Mr. Burns? And he goes, I don't know. Hello.
Oh, hello.
So when were you born? I don't know. What's your
know.
husband's name? That's when you when you get a green card for marriage, they go deep into all your stuff, right? They ask you like, when was the last fight you had? Where did you go on your first date? You got to come up with a pretty elaborate backstory when you're scamming that system.
Oh yeah, I had a cousin of mine who fucking did like it's a big thing where people do like you just pay someone 20 grand and they go live with them for like a year.
Okay.
From another country, and then they like basically like you just live in like. Actually, and another person we know did that with a chick, and she like
she was married. Remember, I'm not sure what you're saying. You're saying
it's a fake marriage. Well, it's a fake one.
They got money for the fake marriage.
Yeah, the person pays you. And then like, you know, they show up unannounced. So you have to live together. You can't like have your own places because they'll be like, where is he or she? And
then you get like 40. I do remember that. I guess you shouldn't say who, but
no, I don't know. It's one, it's fucking way in the past, and two, it's like it's no way.
Still not even. Those are big fraud cases. But I think they probably just deport you. Most importantly.
Yeah, I mean,
you're right though. I remember that they got. I mean, what was it? 50 grand you get for the fake marriage?
It varies for people, but like it's a common. I mean, that's the whole thing. It's like it's people fucking are always trying to get around it by.
Well, if you're going to do this, you want to go for a hard backstory that the women can enjoy. You go, you know, I'm working a full-time job as a tenured professor. I have 9 children. And in my spare time, I'm cranking out 3 books a year.
Yeah. And you go, I have so many kids. I don't even have time to talk on the phone about it. So don't call me.
My dad was sexist.
My dad was sexist.
Yeah. So they did all the things. The thing is, you can probably do this with girls, but I don't think you could pull this off with race, because if this came out that like
that's a scandal.
I think it would be a scandal. Like for this one, they go, "What's wrong with that?" Because you can do women face, I guess.
And Europe's like a little more progressive with this stuff. Like they don't care, they don't quite care as much.
But if you did, yeah, exactly. If you did. Come out and you go, remember that like the person who wrote like Blackish was, you know, some fucking frat boy, like I'm the fucking Blackish writer, brother.
Yeah.
And then that guy, I think that would be like a huge scandal that you couldn't.
I mean, that's why
off.
Sean King is just laying low, you know.
Yeah, right, exactly. He would have been better if he just kept it behind the
behind the paywall.
Okay.